got some dirty shit to pick up at the dry cleaner. I got a tidy bitch to pick up, I got love Selena. Shawty hop up in the whip, but I ain't never seen her. Shawty love the way I whip it in the two-seat.
What up, what up, what up? This your boy Shadow, and today I'd like to highlight a few attacks that were done by Austin. And these are some textbook hog attacks that Town Hall 10s should be doing. Town Hall 10.5s can be doing as well. And if you focus on these simple techniques, hogging will look pretty simple, just as simple as Austin did it. Now, it's not as easy as it looks, but with practice, and it doesn't even take much practice, but with practice you can do it as well, just by following these simple steps. And the first step is planning. The first thing you want to do with hog attacks is you want to plan to be able to take out the enemy archer queen and the clan castle troops. Okay? You want to look at the radius that the clan castle is situated at when you're going to be able to trigger it. Same thing for the archer queen. You know, where her location is, what her radius is, so that you can plan on triggering her and getting to her as well. All of these buildings have radiuses. You can plan on taking out these buildings and knowing when, based on the attacks that you're planning, when you're going to be triggering these particular defenses. Okay, but I'm going to show you an app that I use to plan when I use to plan some serious attacks, and it's called Sketch, and we're going to get into that first, and then come back and watch the replay on this particular attack. Okay, so this is Sketch. It's an app that I use. I was taught to use in other clans, and this is how we plan attacks. So yeah, it's a great tool for marking up screenshots. So this is what we're going to use right now. So looking into how Austin planned his attack against this base and the things that you look for. So as I showed you first, you want to look at the radius and location of both the clan castle and the archer queen, because you need to know when you're going to trigger her, when you're going to trigger the clan castle, so that you can be prepared to deal with that and it doesn't shock you. You already, have your hands on the buttons. But some key things that Austin did in the beginning of his attack to ensure that he was going to get the archer queen and get the clan castle before he did his hog attacks. And the first thing he did was create a funnel. Now, army camps are great spots to create funnels because they take up so much space. So once you take out an army camp, you can ensure, for the most part, with your queen walks, that they're going to go in the opposite direction of where that camp was taken out at, or cut up from where that camp was taken out at. So Austin wants to get to this queen, so the first thing he looks to do is use wizards to take out this army camp and then these two structures. You're also going to notice that when he first started out, he dropped his queen on this side of this gold storage. That was so that he can keep his queen on the right side of that radius. If he dropped his queen on this side, she's more likely going to start walking up and then looking at these buildings, okay? I'm going to take that away. Next. Okay. So, one more. All right. So, he drops off a couple wizards and a giant, I believe, to take out these three structures on the left, and that allows his queen to now focus on taking these buildings out right here en route to the archer queen. Okay, so that's something that you want to practice and plan on. Some people can do it by just staring at a base for a while and going through it. But starting off, I'd recommend that you look at doing screenshots. Do screenshots and then plan out your attack. Sometimes using an outside app like Sketch will help. So that was his first objective. I'm getting off track here. That was his first objective, to take out these structures over here so that he can have a funnel for his queen to come up into this chamber and take out the enemy archer queen in the clan castle, okay? The next thing, if he wants to go up there, right, he will have to still deal with these two structures right here, right? And that's how you create you create a simple funnel, okay? Just wanted to point that out. So Austin sent up a few wizards here to create that funnel. Let's change the color here. And then he sends his archer queen through this particular direction, taking out the structures on the way, okay? And then he comes in with his king on this side, and this is also ensuring that he creates this funnel on this way. He doesn't want his queen to come out and start walking if she survives, right? So he wants to create the funnel this way, also take out some of these buildings right here, okay, so that when he starts to hog, his hogs aren't coming back this way, because he wants to hog everything in one direction. So he's going to take out these structures down here with his king and kill squad, so that he can just hog up around here, and that way he knows where to drop his heals, which typically you drop heals around wizard towers. That's the main objective, is to drop them around wizard towers and infernal towers. Especially at this level now. Before you wanted to look where bombs were, but now you just want to look where a lot of splash damage is going to get your hogs at. But if you create a funnel with your queen and king kill squad, you can then predict where your hogs are going to go, know where you can heal them, and it will look easy peasy, like Austin did. Now, yes, it takes practice. This isn't something you can just look at a video and say, okay, yeah, I can go do it. You need to practice it with friendly challenges. So, the Town Hall 10 bases that we still have in our clans, even if they don't have infernos, you can start off that way with those without infernos, and then work up to those that have infernos. Practice without CCs, and then work up to adding CCs to it. But anywho, this was a great example of a textbook hog attack by Austin, and we're going to go ahead and watch it again. Okay, so we saw the sketch on how he planned his attack and what he looked forward to executing his attack. Now we're going to get into we're just going to go ahead and watch the replay on it. Okay. So, like I said, he drops his queen on the right side of that storage because he wants to keep his queen moving on the right direction. Okay? Now he's going to come down with he's starting his queen walk. And he's going to come down with a distracting giant and from then create his funnel. Notice the two structures he takes out. Real quick. Pause real quick. Okay, once those are out, the queen, yeah, she may come back and come after this, what do you call it, builder hut. She could come at these two structures as well. But then, where's she going to go? She's not going to continue walking up this way. And you can plan that. You can plan her walk, the direction she's going to walk. Now, she is in range, even if she takes out these structures, is in range to come take out this stuff. But once these go down too as well, she's not going anywhere but into this chamber. Also, the enemy archer queen is going to pull her in. See the radius of the queen? Once she gets in there, that queen's coming down for anything that crosses that barrier. And then it's going to aggro our archer queen. So, it's taking out the dark storage. That cannon, which he wanted to go down, still didn't go down. Okay, he sees he's going to be dealing with a lot of defenses, so he drops a rage on his queen early to keep her alive. He ended up popping his ability on his queen because, that's something too. You want to watch your queen. And once you pop the ability, you're pretty much done with watching your queen. But he still has another rage, so he's going to try to take out the clan castle as well. And once he sees that clan castle came out a new dragon, Electro Dragon, he immediately brings in his Warden. Now he wanted his Warden, I'm pretty sure, to go with his main kill squad. But once he saw that CC, he said, okay, I'm going to support my Queen's health with my Warden. So all you 10.5s, you know, that's something you can consider as well, bringing in your Warden. So drops a poison down for that CC for the balloon, and then the Queen is just going to under rage take out the dragon. He was a little late on that poison, but it slowed down the attack enough, and bam, CC goes down. He doesn't have to worry about the Queen anymore. Whatever she does outside of that is bonus. So now comes the Golem. Drops his extra giant down for additional tankage. And then in comes his king with the wizards. And he's going to have CC bowlers to assist with as well. Now he wants these structures to go down, right? Because he's getting ready to start hogging up from this direction. And he wants to work counterclockwise and take out these structures up top. He doesn't want his hogs to come back down here. And he sees once this pops, hey, I need to get this out of the way. I need to get this out of the way so my hogs stay going in the direction I want. Now, the bowlers weren't taking that down. So what does he do? He's going to drop some hogs to help that out. See, he sent the hog in there to help take out that Tesla. Bowler bounce got it. And bam. And then once this goes down, now we know exactly where our hogs are going to go. Okay, first heal is already down on the entry because he's coming in under a lot of nothing's tanking for his hogs. So he's coming in under a lot of attacks. So he immediately drops a heal, and this is something you have to plan for. Okay, and when you plan for it, you're not going to be like, oh my God, jumping. You know, you planned, you expected. Once I take this stuff out, I'm expecting to heal here. I'm expecting to drop my next heal in this direction. You know, so it's not a panic. And then look what other defenses are less. I'm expecting to drop my heal over in this corner. You get what I'm saying? So he comes in immediately, basically a Chinese wall of hogs. Still got bowlers working, helping those hogs out. Second heal goes down around the other high DPS area, healing up those hogs real quick. And then the last heal goes down near those last structures. And that's just to help those hogs heal up in case they had, what do you call them things, skeletons coming after them, you know, or you just need them healed up for the cleanup because there could be bombs still left around the base. But the rest was clean up. Awesome 3-star. And like I said, you can do this too. Great job, Austin. This is a textbook attack that we can look at over and over again to remind us of the basic steps that it takes to perform a hog attack. Okay, this is the second base I would like to show you his attack with. And again, this is a full maxed out Town Hall 10. Yes, Austin is a 10.5. He just has his Warden, and he started upgrading some of his troops. And those of you that are doing that, that are going that route, these are the type of bases that you can easily be 3-starring if you follow these steps. And you can use these steps also with balloons. Now, I may have to reference you to other videos for balloons because we kind of don't do good lava loons yet, but we can practice that as well. I mean, I may start working on some of those just for FCs and just to show you the videos on it instead of waiting for my war attacks. But yeah, let's get back into this. So what are the 3 steps, huh? What are our objectives? Let me ask that. What are our objectives? Our objectives are to take out the enemy CC, take out the enemy queen before we hog attack. Now, this queen is in pretty deep, right? So, I mean, he could come from up north to take her out and then deal with the CC, but he's opting to do something different. He's opting to take out some of these defenses along the way so that his hogs have less to deal with when they come in. Okay, so he's going to deal with the CC first, because once he starts walking up and taking out these structures, look at where the CC radius is at. Okay, and then after he does that, then he's going to come in with his kill squad in this direction with a jump to get to the enemy queen and then start hogging. We're going to look at that on a sketch, and I'm going to show you how if I was going to plan my attack on this base using sketch, what I would do. Okay, so I actually drew it out before I started recording. Nevertheless, the red arrow down here is where the queen's coming in at, and the X's are marking the objectives that she wants to take out en route to the rendezvous point where the yellow arrow is. Okay, the blue arrows are the giant and wizards that's going to ensure a funnel on the bottom side to make sure that his queen is able to walk north and get the objectives marked in X. Okay, so, and then we've already looked at the radius of the clan castle, so we know we're going to trigger the clan castle somewhere around the second and third X, and then deal with the CC there under a rage and poison. The rest will be done. The rest of the what do you call them? Heals and rage will be used on the hogs and the kill squad, which will be the king and bowlers from the CC. A jump spell is used to get into the chamber closest to the queen, and he does bring in some wall breakers. You got to be good with wall breakers timing to bring wall breakers in and get them into that first layer. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and watch the replay. But this is how you would sketch, even if you wanted to share a sketch with someone. You know, these are the basic things you would use: circles, arrows, different colors to identify different squads that you'll be using. I could have went an extra step and showed that she's going to be using a rage here on the C while she deals with the CC. Yep, change this to orange. Yeah, you're going to be dropping a poison here. We can even thicken that up so we can see it better. And I didn't thicken it up. There we go. So that would be our poison. Let's thicken that up so it stands out. That would be our rage. You see the heals up top. He's also gonna use a rage over here when dealing with the queen, and with his quick kill squad, he uses a jump exactly where I just placed that particular rage at. That's where he's jumping in at. This is how you use sketch. And you don't have to use it in a video. I mean, if we had Discord, you could be using it that way in conjunction with it. But you can just do a screenshot, send it to someone, and show them this is where I want you to. This is what I want you to do. This is how you should look at attacking this base. Okay, let's get back to the replay. Okay, so now we're back, and we're going to actually watch the replay on this. Again, starting off with his archer queen. Remember what I said about army camps? Now, with this particular one, this army camp would need to go down because look how close that is to there. So at this point, she could walk this direction, or she could come back this direction, but he planned on that. So notice how she's targeting this now, and he doesn't want her to start walking this way, right? So down goes the giant, and here comes the wizards behind to create that funnel. She's going to step up on that cannon. It's getting a lot of fire. Down goes the first rage. See, in the beginning, you can focus on those things. You can focus on keeping your queen up with just rage. He stepped into the radius of the clan castle with his queen, and you see that, right? And he planned that. Out comes the enemy CC. So he's expecting them to come out. Down goes the poison. Still under his rage, so he knows he's going to take him out. Pops his queen ability because he's under a lot of fire still. He's dealing with the enemy CC as well as he was getting under fire by that Tesla. Down goes the golem. He wants to start pulling away some of that attack on his queen. So he's down goes the golem. Down goes the wall breakers inside. He's going to drop his jump spell. Here comes the king and the main kill squad, which has bowlers in the CC. Jump spell goes down. Now we got access to the queen under rage. Once the queen is engaged, he's popped his queen ability already, right? Queen is engaged. He's going to pop his king ability on her so he can put more troops on the board, take her out real quick. And he wants to get to some of these defenses as well while they're still focusing on them. Now, these are going to be focusing on the hogs that are coming in, but he's going to pop that. He has a warden, so might as well use the warden ability, right? Keep everything up. There goes his heals, his planned heals near the splash wizard towers. He went ahead and popped his warden ability. We still got this Inferno Tower to deal with. But the queen helps take that out. And then the last heal, exactly where the last set of defenses are. And when you're dealing with hogs and point defenses, as long as you have a heal, you're not even worrying about it. Splash damages its enemy. And the rest becomes cleanup. So you know the objectives that it requires to take out, to use a particular strategy. You know those objectives. You perform those objectives in steps. And then you don't get overwhelmed. He did his queen walk. He created a funnel with his queen and a few wizards to make sure his queen walks in the direction that he wants. Once his queen takes out the enemy CC, which he planned on, he then looks to take out the queen, the enemy queen. He comes in with his, what do you call that damn thing? Golem, kill squad, takes out the queen. The rest is hogging and heals. Good job, Austin. Love the examples. Keep up the good work. Hope everyone else decides to jump on board. Till next time, this your boy Shadow. I'm out.